Hello, and welcome back to our podcast, Life Under the Moon. I am your host, Sammy B, and welcome to a brand new season of this podcast, which is a brand new year. So season 2, but season 2025. Welcome. Welcome to this magical brand new year of 2025. I know it in my bones that this is going to be an incredibly magical year for the collective. That means for you and I and everyone around us. I am so excited to see what this year has in store. One of the biggest reasons why I am not afraid to go into this new year is because I understand now more than ever, thank you 2024 and past years, that challenges all have blessings, hidden blessings inside. And so with that in mind, going into 2025 felt so much more comfortable because I knew that the year would have challenges just as 2024 did, and the year before, and the year before, and so on. That those challenges all have blessings. So in a way, I actually am looking forward to the challenges. And that might be tough for most people to say, but you put it into perspective, it's the truth. The challenges have blessings. And I don't know, going into this new year, I just felt that magic and excitement that, yeah, there's going to be ups and downs, but those downs, again, all have their reasons. They all have their blessings, and each challenge has a gift. And it just made me excited. It just made me think that there's nothing to be afraid of, and I have everything to look forward to. And it felt like not only a clean slate, but a brand new chapter. Not just a chapter, but like a brand new life. Like something opened up for me. I don't know if it felt that way for you, but this feels like I am reborn going into this new year. So today, we are celebrating the first full moon of the year, this magical year of 2025, and this full moon is in Cancer. There's only one thing I want to say for this transition for you right now. Let's keep it simple. Hide your emotions. I know. What? You told us to feel our emotions. Right now, for this specific full moon, I'm telling you that there are going to be things and emotions that come up right now that you're going to feel like saying this or that, or this bugs you, or this, or blah, 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 blah. And let me tell you that the full moon is emotional time as it is, and Cancer is an emotional astrology sign as it is. Both of these together are going to heighten our emotions to the max. And I can tell you right now that there are some things that I've wanted to simply somewhat explode on, and I just told myself, swallow literally every single emotion you have today, and we'll deal with it tomorrow if it comes up. Because today, some of these emotions, if not all of these emotions, are just temporary. They're going to fade under the moon as it starts to fade into its waning stage. Yep, we got that right. So I know that I always say healing is feeling and feeling is healing, but for this specific full moon today, please just don't go after those emotions. Okay, let's keep their mouth shut. It'll avoid a lot of conflict, okay? Just trust me on this. All right, so for today's podcast topic, I'd like to share a story. It's quite personal, but I feel like you deserve to hear it. It's a magical one. So when I was younger, I was in my bedroom, my childhood bedroom, and the bed was against the wall, like the pillows were against the wall, and then the window was above it. So my bed was below, and I was laying there in bed trying to sleep, and something almost like a voice was waking me up, and it said, "Look outside." And just a little background. I know I was going through a tough time about something. I don't remember if it was like boyfriend problems or what I was going through, but I just remember I know I was going through a tough time in my life personally. And I remember laying there in bed and this voice kept telling me, look outside, look outside. And I kept thinking, oh, I don't want to get like up. Even though I didn't have to get out of bed, I was just cozy, snuggled up under the warm blanket. I just didn't feel like getting up, sitting up in bed, peeling back my blinds and looking out the window. But the voice was clear. Look outside. Look outside. So finally I gave in because I thought it was so strange that I'm hearing this voice speak to me in my head. I look outside. I'm like, okay. I look outside. And it was the most beautiful northern lights. One of the most beautiful northern lights I have ever seen. How did I know? What was that? That voice told me to look outside. And when I saw the northern lights and gazed my eyes upon them, I just felt this wave rush over me that felt like it said, everything's going to work out. We got you. We got your back. Everything's going to be fine. And I will never forget that moment because I wish somebody had told me in that time that I wasn't crazy. Like what just happened wasn't in my head, you know? Because I'm sure you listening it kind of sounds crazy. Like what, there's a voice in your head that tells you to look out the window. You look out the window and it's the most beautiful northern lights. Well, who said that? You know what I mean? And so I'm here to tell you, I'm sharing the story because you're not crazy. It's real. That voice inside your head, that is a gift. That is your intuition. That is your higher self. That is your angels. That is your guardians. That is your universe speaking to you, our universe. And it also means that you are in tune with your gifts and that you should utilize that for power of manifestation. If you've experienced anything like I have, understand that you have a gift. We all have the capability of having this gift. Just some of us don't tune into that frequency. And if you just open up your heart just enough to start letting in those voices, these calls from the universe, the higher power, and you stop telling yourself, oh, I'm just crazy. This voice in my head is just crazy. Stop dismissing it because you're not. Don't tell me that was a coincidence because it wasn't. I've had another experience that was very similar to that. Years later, I'm in college. I am very alone, feeling very alone. I'm sitting on a hill at night in the middle of the city, but it's dark because it's like old train tracks. And I put my hand over my face into my lap and I'm crying. I'm just painting this picture for you so you can imagine. I'm sitting under the stars. I'm sitting there and I feel defeated. I feel so alone. And I begin to cry. And I hear this voice that says, Samara, look up. And I look up, I open my eyes, wipe the tears away, and the most brightest northern lights I've ever seen. And where I went to college was quite south from where I grew up, and I didn't think that the northern lights really came that far south. They don't actually usually go that far south. So when I looked up and saw the sky covered in these northern lights, I knew it was for me. And I felt like that wave that rushed over me, everything just felt fine. Everything felt better. And I smiled, and not getting into the story about what was happening in my life, immediately after that happened, everything worked out. So I'm here to tell you that miracles are real. Magic is real. The universe is full of blessings, and so are you. So I wish for all of you, if you want to leave a wish in the comments, please leave a wish, but I wish for all of you to have the most awakening, beautiful 2025 that is in store for us individually and as a collective. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. You are magic, and let's give this season of 2025 our all. I'm so excited. Let's go manifest our dreams with our life under the moon.